Welcome back, Retail Therapy. Will here. To my right, Barrett Dudley.
It's opening day. Go Stros.
I'm embarrassed to say that until I walked in the office today and heard some chatter, I didn't realize it was opening day.
Yeah.
I feel like spring training just flew by, you know?
It really did. It really did.
I'm always so dialed in.
Right. Well, I heard Paul Skeens got pulled in the first inning today, so things are going great. For our ratings, NL Cy Young, famous dater of one Livy Dunn, who at a certain point in time was getting rizzed up by Baby Gronk.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yep.
I kind of like Skeens for some reason.
I love Skeens.
That mustache.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Man, I don't even like opening day. Who cares when it's all about March Madness and those Boilermakers? Like I'm hoping that we have a great game today, Barrett.
I'm
never going to talk any shit about the UT.
Dude, sports are so stupid. You guys are so stupid for spending your time watching sports.
That is true. Big game today for Texas Purdue as well.
Well, this episode will come out. People already know the results, but I'm nothing but a good sport about anything. So
I am not gonna. I'll watch some of the game. I'll have it on.
You're not gonna watch the Sweet 16, William?
Barrett, I really don't care about college basketball anymore.
Yeah, but March rolls around and you're supposed to pretend that you care. Yeah,
I'm done pretending.
Okay,
I've made a bracket. I had Miami University Redhawks winning. They lost in the first round after they won the play-in game. And I have no financial investment in this tournament. I have no team that I honestly care about at all.
This is the first year.
I want Rick Pitino to win a championship. So let's do this.
This is the first year in Mini that I've not filled out a bracket.
It's freeing.
It's very freeing. It's very freeing.
It's nice to go game by game and just be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm all in on High Point.
Yeah, right. Sure. Why not? Speaking of something that you might care about, though, and that you just mentioned, I do have to say this is piggybacking off Skeens and the mustache. Did we talked about Leonardo DiCaprio's mustache at the Oscars, right?
Yeah, he took it from Pedro Pascal.
He took it from Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, they did a mustache swap.
God, I keep seeing photos of the stashed up Leo pop up on my algo.
Yeah.
It just, what a king. He's absolutely killing it.
It looks good.
He should have had a mustache this whole time.
I'm into it. It fits his vibe too. Because I think he fancies himself as being like a descendant of like the Rat Pack in a way. Like I think he wants to be that kind of guy in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I think he parties as much as the Rat Pack did, but I think he parties differently. Do you think Frank Sinatra would vape?
No.
But if he was born later,
if he was Gen Z,
yeah. Do you think he would be vaping, or you think he'd just be
No, because haven't you heard that cigarettes are cool again?
Okay.
Whoa, wait. When were they ever not cool?
I mean, look, this Will runs a million follower Instagram account that's very I wouldn't say pro cigarette, but
Here's the thing.
You swing a stick around or two.
Scaries is always accepting of making bad decisions and not beating yourself up over it the next day.
And
so if you want to have a drunk stick, do it.
I think they look cool. Nobody has ever denied that.
Yeah,
now, like the articles are being written again because we covered this 4 years ago at this point.
We've been on this grind.
But now the New York Post or whoever is back with I think because more Gen Zs are picking up smoking than ever before. Now.
I also think there's this crew of influencers within New York City that like get invited to everything at this point, and they're blatantly smoking on Instagram.
Yeah,
and I did see a community note with a recent article written about how popular cigarettes have gotten.
Yeah,
the community note noted that smoking has reached an all-time low in the United States.
Okay,
so while it may be
it's bubbling in like little pockets. Yeah,
it's not actually like people aren't actually doing it more, and it's not picking up steam.
Right.
It's just that people are doing it maybe to be a little controversial.
I guess what I'm saying is that I think Frank Sinatra, even if he was a Gen Z, would have been like, vaping sucks. You know what's cool? Having a cigarette in my hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We all know.
Yeah, but what if he wants cotton candy flavor?
That's true. Yes. We all know cigarettes are bad, but they just have never been able to make them not look cool.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't even like how they make me feel. I don't like how they make me smell. I don't like anything about them. But man, there's something when you see someone, it's like, yeah, nice. They're stepping out right now. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing okay.
I got like Friday energy right now.
Yeah, it does have Friday energy.
We're recording on a Thursday afternoon, if you couldn't tell by our talk about the Purdue Texas game. We usually do Friday mornings, but I got a golf offer and I haven't played in over 2 months, so it's time to get out.
Where are you playing?
Spanish Oaks.
Spanish Oaks, yeah, okay. I played Barton Creek Foothills this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
First time I've played in over a year.
How'd that go for you?
It went about as I would expect. I was rusty, and so we're giving each other like 3-footers as gimmies, and I came in right around like maybe like a 110 or so, which is not where I want to be. Obviously, it's probably 5 or 6 strokes higher than if I'm golfing once a month, let's say. But I've got golf here, just golf on the rundown.
I saw that you just had golf on the
rundown. I do want to
rundown.
ask you a couple of questions, and I feel like you're more expert in the field than I am. So,
I also have a question for you when you're ready.
My putting was just god-awful. Oh my God, was it bad.
Was it speed or was it alignment?
Both.
Okay.
It was,
okay.
I could not figure out the speed of the greens. My alignment was way off. Couldn't read a green for shit. I'm getting down on all fours looking at that bitch and saying, I think I know, and then I don't know.
As one does.
So, and then the other thing is like, I go in these big stretches of not playing, and then I get back out there, and I've never felt deserving of new clubs. But at this point, my clubs are over 20 years old, I think.
Yeah.
My bag's probably 20 years old. Everything that I have is years and years old. I was playing with my last package of golf balls from Ross Boland's 2013 wedding.
Yeah, you might need a little upgrade here.
So I feel like I need a little upgrade. So that's what I wanted to ask you is I'm not out here looking for a brand new set of PXGs. But how do I go about finding maybe a lightly used pre-owned set from 2020 type of thing, like just some decent, Yeah. Because I feel like I should be able. My clubs are so old that I should be able to upgrade without spending thousands of dollars
and still feel good about it.
Yeah,
everyone's gonna tell you well, you should go get fitted. You should go get fitted. You should go get fitted. I'm tired of being told to go get fitted because I'm not gonna go spend that much money right now. I don't play enough to do that. I need my kids to be older and on their own doing stuff for me to get out more.
I mean, but
you could also I think you could go to the PGA Superstore and just go see if they have anything like that and go hit on something there and see what feels good, Yeah. Because you're just you don't play enough to worry about it. You should just go on feel.
Right.
Oh, this felt really good when I hit this driver.
Yeah.
You're
so is that going into one of the kind of mega stores and hitting a bunch of different things? That's different than getting fitted.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I don't do either.
All right.
My way of getting clubs recently has just been forging a relationship with Callaway over 7 years ago and getting free stuff from them.
Yeah.
The only club I have fitted to myself is my driver.
Okay.
And I hate to say it, but I bombed that thing pretty straight. So maybe there is something to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't want to spend that money.
And then there's a putter that everybody on tour is using right now.
Yeah. The Lab.
Is that the one?
The Lab.
It kind of looks like a spider or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have one that looks like a block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much is that?
A lot.
It's like $1,000.
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck.
Yeah. When you get fitted for it too. They do fittings for those too.
Because I feel like that would really change my game. Well.
Yeah. I have a putter that my mom gave me a long time ago and I refuse to get rid of it.
Yeah.
People are like, you'd putt better if you had a Lab putter. I don't care.
The putter
the
putter that I have is nice. At least it was 20 years ago. It's a Ping Redwood. It was probably $400 when I bought it the first go around. And that, again, this is decades ago. It's got no feel. It's got no feel.
You got to get out there and feel with it, Barrett.
Yeah.
You got to be one with your equipment.
All right. So basically the advice is to just hit the Golf Galaxy PGA Superstore.
I don't know. There's probably
Golf
some
Smith.
listeners that have a much better advice than me. I'm not a shopper for golf equipment.
How about this? If you're a right-hander and you're
got to unload something.
Yeah, and you need to unload some 2019 Pings. I don't know. What's good?
I think when I turn 40, I might upgrade my irons or something.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm interested. I did almost buy a pair of new Nike golf shoes, but I didn't. felt okay about that. I felt okay about not spending $150 on golf shoes.
Well, you can't use your one of 5 purchases this year on a pair of golf shoes.
I really don't like that we continue to bring this.
Well,
this
we're not going to let you forget it.
Good friends hold each other accountable.
My wife listens to this podcast, and I can't be. This was an idea. I never committed to it. Okay,
you kind of committed, dude.
It's just an idea that's floating around.
Did you use your new QZ6 rangefinder from Cobalt?
So I brought it with me, and I didn't get a chance to actually use it. We were at Barton Creek. The carts all have they got the distance
GPS,
on them.
Okay. I was going to say, I thought you just drove the green every time. You didn't even need it.
And so I was just, rather than figuring out my new toy, I just went off cart. But
well, after I complained about my terrible rangefinder, Cobalt was nice enough to send one our way.
I'm stoked to have it in my bag because
shout out to Josh.
Like the last 4 times that I played before this, I was definitely in need of a rangefinder, and I was just bumming one off somebody. So.
Mine just wouldn't lock in on anything, so I was getting a range of distances, and now I'm just dialed. Feels good. I can't wait to go out and use a new piece of equipment tomorrow.
I was really like, I'm juiced on the golf gear. I want to play more so that I can make more purchases. I was looking at Gumtree. They got those cool little bags, the little like the bags made out of, I don't know, paratrooper ripstop something or other. They're like all different colors. You got to choose which letter you want.
I have too many mini golf bags that I've bought.
Yeah.
I'm an absolute slut for those things.
Well, they're cool. It's a fun way to have a little.
Gotta have your trinkets.
Have a little something.
Gotta have your trinkets.
Right. So yeah, I'd like to play more. It's tough, man. It's such a fucking commitment. It takes so much time.
The ladies have Zhong, which they can play exclusively at night.
Mm-hmm.
The boys don't have that right now.
No.
We need to find our Zhong.
Yeah.
I invited you to something, Will, but you just don't even want to be a part of it. So
Randy, I'm not playing Dungeons and Dragons with you on a weeknight, dude.
Will, can
you play too late, dude? Your games get over at like midnight. I go to bed at 10.
You heard it here.
I've got one other update for you here.
Yeah.
As it relates to something personal. This is not one of my 5 cops, Randy. Don't even get me started. I've purchased a brick. You heard about this? You heard about the brick?
My wife.
You heard about it?
Got one last week.
Really? Okay. Yeah. So I've been getting targeted by this thing for weeks, if not months. This latest go round, they hit me with the targeting, and I had been thinking about this more than ever. Just about like the reflex of opening up Instagram.
Yeah.
Opening up Reddit. Mm-hmm. It's like like I said, I was noticing more than ever my inability to like linger in a moment of free time without opening up my phone to look at something. And I just started feeling really like rough about that. Like that's clearly not good for you to like hit a red light and need to pull out your phone to like get some sort of dopamine fix, right?
It's called addiction. So
yeah.
what exactly is this? Because when you said that Sally got a brick, I thought you meant that she got like a brick cell phone and like all that.
No, there is a company that was doing the brick cell phones. Maybe it's called a brick too, a brick phone. But like
dumb phones, as we were calling them.
There's several. There's a bunch of companies that are doing that now.
But there's this is so I got targeted with this again, and like the ad just was, meant for me. It was perfect for a new parent because it was this little reel that was like your life without brick, and it's like showing a parent with their young baby playing in a pen, sitting there looking at their phone. I've done it before, right? Who hasn't? And then it was like your life with brick, and it's like parents engaged with your child.
Dude,
and like,
that's mean.
And
that's mean. They shouldn't be doing that.
They just had me hook, line, and sinker with that, and I'd already been thinking about it, and I think it could be healthy. So, Randy, what this is, and here's why I like this, because you know, iPhone, whatever, Androids, they all have some sort of thing on them where you can set limits on your apps.
Yeah.
But when that limit pops up, it just hits you with like a little push notification, and you can just dismiss that bitch, and you're right back on there.
Yeah, so but it's sober people when they get offered a beer, they say, "No, I'm sober."
Yeah, so
you can't do that though because you're addicted,
right? And there's no like it's not active. It's too easy. It's too like I just don't like that. It's like a little notification on the phone. It's very easy to ignore. So the brick, makes it a physical interaction. It makes it a conscious decision. You put this thing in your house or your office or wherever, and you set up which apps it blocks. And when you tap your phone on it, your phone is bricked from those apps. So let's just say it's all the social medias, right? You hit the brick, you touch your phone on the brick, it cuts off all those apps. And then you have to go actively put your phone back on the brick to unlock them.
Okay. So calls and texts, people can still contact you if need be.
You can have it block whatever you want, as little or as much as you want. So my intention is to block basically all social media, but I'll
open up your screen time on your phone right now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you your screen time because that's a very revealing question that many people don't want to talk about. But I am interested in your pickups as well as your notifications per day.
Okay.
Because that is where I think a lot of people have trouble. If you scroll down after you click in there, you can see where you actually are. And I think if you're sitting at home, you should also do this because I think this will bring some awareness to the situation.
Okay, what do I hit? I'm not seeing this.
Go into screen time.
Yeah, I'm in screen time.
And then go to your daily average at the top of the screen and then click see all app and website activity.
Yep.
And then if you scroll down from there, you can put it on week or day. Okay. I would put it on week since today's not over yet. But it'll tell you your daily average of pickups and your daily average of notifications.
Okay, yeah.
What is your number there?
My daily average of pickups is 99.
Okay.
And my daily average of notifications is 209.
Okay. So you and I aren't that far off from each other.
Okay.
I get my daily average for pickups right now is 104, so 5 above you. My daily average of notifications is 181.
Okay.
I have restricted every notification on my phone from any social app, anything like that. The only things I get notifications for are reminders, texts, calls, etc. Just really things that you have to get notified by. Mm-hmm. And that alone, just reducing my notifications, which after seeing this, I want to reduce them more, stopped me from picking up my phone a lot. And that really helped.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right about the brick usage versus just setting the limits.
Yeah.
Because you can do just a 1 more minute buffer.
Right.
I want to get this done. And then suddenly it's like you're ignoring it again. You're ignoring it again.
Yeah. And it's not that I want to be off of social media. I want to get rid of that impulsive reflex of any downtime that I have.
Yeah.
We're sitting on the couch and our show ends and we immediately both grab our phones to start scrolling.
Do you want to hear what's really sad?
I want to try to eliminate some of that.
Here's something really sad. I'm a Survivor boy now for Survivor 50.
Survivor 50, yeah.
It's probably the 5th or 6th season of Survivor I've ever watched, but it's good. But I was watching it very tired the other night, and I was falling asleep in the middle of the episode. So to wake myself up, I picked up my phone and scrolled Twitter for 2 minutes and then put it back down and kept watching the show. And I was like, that is disgusting behavior.
You want to hear my numbers? 93 daily average pickups and 73 notifications. This is also skewed because my highest number of notifications is 121 notifications from the week from my bird streaming birdhouse.
That's a lot of notifications from a birdhouse, Randy.
So it's telling you the birds are coming by.
I would venture to say that, scientists who study this behavior, I think they'd be more okay with birdhouse pickups than
probably
anything else.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at a lesser goldfinch, it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's imploring you to get outside.
Let Randy bird.
Yeah, I thought about getting one of these. I feel like I've got pretty good control over myself right now. But
the other one that I'm bad at is I get in bed to go to sleep and need 10 more minutes of scroll.
Nah.
And I got to cut that out too.
I've cut that out.
And so what I also like about this is I want to put this basically right outside of our bedroom, where the where the AC monitor thermostat is. And then it's you
clock in,
you kind of punch in, punch out. It's it makes the bedroom even more of
it's a good idea.
Sanctuary. You wake up, you can't roll over and start scrolling. You have to get up, walk out of the room, tap. If that's
kind of bullshit, you can't have a family brick though.
If that's what you need. You can have a family brick.
I was told you had to have separate ones.
No, it's one brick, as many phones as you want. But if you the thing about it is, because it's that physical thing, you can't You can't be in the middle of a work day, say you're going to the gym, brick your phone for the gym, and then unbrick it unless you also have a brick in your car at your workplace, right?
Okay.
So you have to have the, I'm pretty sure you have to have the physical thing to do it. So if you want to be able to kind of on off throughout the day, then you need multiple. But that's something that I looked up is
I'd be open to just
because I wanted us both to be able to use it. Just one in the house will work for multiple phones. Confirmed.
I might just tap in.
Yeah.
I might tap in.
All right. So that's my update.
Can I give the listeners a new sponsor to tap into?
Please do.
Y'all know what? Spare just had a birthday, right?
No. A birthday? November.
I'm about to have one next week.
I thought you just had a birthday.
No.
Whatever. We're 39. We're old.
I am 39.
We're beat up, dude.
Yeah.
You guys have heard us talk about alcohol and how bad we handle it these days. I mean, we're just old. We got kids now. We got meetings to do. Barrett's working out. It's tough. It's tough. Even after the age of 30, even responsibly drinking alcohol make you feel less than 100% the next day. I think we've all felt this.
Yep.
If you wear an Apple Watch, Whoop, Garmin, Aura, whatever, you can literally see it. When I had my Whoop, I could see it all the time whenever I drink. Even a few alcoholic drinks, it just crushes your sleep and your next day readiness. But guess what? That's why we're obsessed with our friends over at Cheers Restore. Check this out. We brought these to the old meetup in Dallas.
Okay.
A responsible move from a bunch of men who are too old to be drinking to excess. Obviously, there are a lot more negative effects from alcohol than just dehydration. I mean, otherwise, how would alcohol be hard on your brain and your liver? It's a depressant, or has a depressant effect at least. But guess what? Cheers Restore is a dual action after alcohol aid. Its ingredients support your brain and your liver after consuming alcohol. It was originally invented by a student at Princeton. Pretty good school from what I've heard.
Princeton,
yeah.
Yeah. Some people say.
Some people do say. But based on research, they based it on research into a novel compound called DHM. And DHN demonstrated powerful alcohol-related properties in the brain and the liver. So Cheers was designed for how alcohol actually affects your body, not just dehydration. Think about that. Just think about that for a second. Don't just take our word for it. They've been on Shark Tank. They're sold in over 30,000 stores, including Walgreens, CVS, 7-Eleven, Circle K. And they've sold over 50 million doses.
When do I take a Cheers? I take it after.
Some you take before, not this one.
After drinking.
After. You'll feel about 50% better the next day or your money back. Basically, 2 drinks feel like 1 the next morning. All you do is take 3 capsules after your last drink or before bed. This isn't for college binge drinking. If you had 12 tequila shots, guess what? You're probably not going to feel that great the next day.
No, I don't know. It says that 12 tequila shots is going to make it only feel like 6 tequila shots.
I can absolutely vouch. I took these after we got home from the meetup. Yeah. I had probably a 6-pack of beers at that meetup.
Okay, all right.
I woke up the next day feeling bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. I had to work the next morning. I got up at 7 with a time change after sleeping on a terrible couch. My only complaint the next day was being sore from the couch. I had nothing. I had no hangover symptoms. Okay. It was great.
Your ceiling wasn't leaking like mine was?
No, we had other problems, but yeah.
But Cheers, though.
Go check them out. Same night out, way better morning with Cheers. For a limited time, our listeners are getting 20% off their entire order by using code RETAILPOD at cheershealth.com. Just head over to cheershealth.com, use code RETAILPOD for 20% off after your purchase. They will ask you where you heard about them. Support our show. Tell them that Retail Therapy. Just make it happen.
Tell them that Retail Therapy sent you.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Where should we begin? Do you want to go take a little trip to
I do.
Hamptons?
I do, but I have one more thing to run by you that I forgot to put on the list real quick. Because now this I do feel like you're expert on. Even if you didn't know exactly where to tell me how to get used golf clubs, which, it's fine. It's fine.
Dude, I'm telling you, just get a job for a company that has a relationship with a golf club company and you get free ones.
You drink Guinness at home.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
I bought some Guinness pints from our local grocer, Central Market. They were running a little special on them around St. Patty's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Got a 4-pack
glasses
of Guinness. Some what now?
Some glasses. Or a 4-pack of Guinness.
A 4-pack of Guinness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those tall boys.
They shouldn't run special around St. Patrick's Day.
They shouldn't.
You don't put your hot item on sale.
I know, but they were. I had to cop. I followed the instructions on the can to tilt glass 45 degrees, pour, and I didn't get enough foam. I didn't get enough head.
I didn't know that's how they say to do it.
Okay.
You know what I do?
Well, I want to know because I know you're getting head at home.
Dude, there's so much head happening. Beer's head. It's crazy. So first and foremost, for the people at home, if you're trying to do this at home in a Guinness glass, you have to make sure you have the right Guinness glass.
Well, I don't have a Guinness glass.
Okay.
It just kind of looks like it's in this similar shape-ish.
Okay. It still should work. But if you get a normal Guinness glass that you would have at the bar, it is going to be too large for your Guinness
for your tall
nitro cans.
Yes.
So they have other Guinness glasses that fit them perfectly. And so you just need to make sure to have those. Otherwise, you can't even split the G.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
What I do, crack immediately. I keep the pint.
Oh, you go immediately?
Immediately. I don't let that thing, it'll overflow.
Okay.
I do it completely upside down.
All right.
And I keep the can about a little smidge above the liquid and just bring it up.
All right.
Okay,
I'm going to try that next.
I recently had a bartender pour one of those out of a can, and she did it pub style, where like, you know how they pour part of the Guinness, let it settle, and then they top it off?
Yep.
She was doing that with the can, and I was like, I don't know if you're supposed to do that with the can, but I appreciate you putting the effort in.
Yeah.
But that's how I've done it.
She wanted to give you a show, you know?
Yeah. I have jokes, but I'm not. I'm going to keep it tame.
All right.
I'm not going to make any head jokes about the nice bartender.
Okay.
She was delightful.
I just wanted to run that by you because I know you have some experience there. So yeah,
a lot.
I needed to try something. New.
Some friends brought over an 8-pack of Guinness the other night and a 6-pack of Hefeweizen, and there's still 6 Hefeweizen sitting there, and the Guinness is just gone. Yeah. It's the house beer.
Yeah.
We might be transitioning soon to Pacifico season.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we got a World Cup ahead of us, though. Got to drink the Guinness.
All right, let's talk Hamptons, as we are wont to do on this podcast.
As the New York Times does, they blessed us with an article this week called "The Hunger Games Hamptons Style: Hiring a Private Chef for Summer." And man, do I wish I had these problems in life. These are true champagne problems, Barrett. Like, these women all just have fat bank accounts right now, or do they? Apparently, if you're trying to book a private chef for the summer in the Hamptons, you're already behind the 8 ball here.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen for you, big dog.
This article really just talks about people getting private chefs. They interview several private chefs who give their experience and their take on everything. And, you know, I've isolated some quotes here, Barrett. And do you mind if I just read a couple?
Yeah, please do.
The first one says, lunch, caviar, champagne, dessert, affogato hour, then dinner for 20. And by the time dinner wrapped up, everyone was drunk and happy and all the thank yous. And then they have to figure out the tip and then traffic time. And then you look at your watch and you're like, holy, man, does that sound like a nice little summer night in the Hamptons? I would love to go lunch, caviar, champagne, dessert, affogato hour. Sign me up for that.
You know you're living a good life, or you're in at least a good like vacation zone, something, when you can spring for the affogato.
Right?
Because on a normal Friday night at home, let's say you go out for dinner, you're not getting the affogato. You're not doing that type of caffeine burst at 10 p.m. when you got to get up on a Saturday for soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like affogato says, I don't care what happens tonight.
I got time. My alarm's off.
Right.
I don't need to snooze tomorrow.
Like,
I will be snoozing.
I mean, yeah. And if I don't get to snooze in the morning, maybe I'll just take a little siesta in the afternoon. So yeah, I'd be up for an affogato hour if the moment were right.
I mean, the patrons here are living a charmed life, but these chefs are going through it.
Yeah.
One even said, every day there's a different sausage arriving, said Miss Masson, whose arrangements can cost tens of thousands of dollars. I really like the idea of just being anxious until the sausage arrives and knowing what your $10,000 sausage sculpture is going to look like. I just don't have those problems of getting fresh sausage in every day. I usually just go to the grocery store and buy some. If I'm feeling really bougie, I'll go to the Case and get some.
You're not getting fresh sausage in every day?
No.
But you are getting good head at home, though.
Stop, dude. Stop.
Working in the Hamptons appeals to Tejas Kealohi Javeri, who last summer was a live-in chef for a wealthy family who had just finished a $100 million remodeling job. That's $100 million to remodel, Will.
Yeah, but maybe they bought it as like a starter place for like, I don't know, like 200 grand, you know?
He had to stock all 4 of the home's kitchens. There's a show kitchen, naturally, right? You know, you got to have the kitchen for show. A chef's kitchen, a kitchen in the staff quarters, and an outdoor kitchen.
You have to.
You have to. You have to have 4.
You have to have the show kitchen.
You have to have the show kitchen to
do
show,
some cool slicing.
Exactly.
Well, I'm wondering, I'm looking at the photo from this article, and it looks like there's a stocked bar, too. So do you think that these chefs are stocking the bar?
Probably.
And making drinks for all of them?
Probably.
Yeah.
That job came with lodging for Tejas. He got an entire wing of the house, in fact. He also got a Mercedes G-Wagon SUV to roll around in, so he could, hit the gourmet markets and the farm stands.
I enjoy that their company car was a G-Wagon.
Yeah.
But technically...
It's risky, though, because then you got this Tejas guy, right, who's, if I saw him hop out the G-Wagon at the farmer's market, I'm just thinking he's another trust fund kid, right?
For sure.
He's got the look.
He looks the part.
So any 40-year-old divorcees at that farmer's market better watch out, is what I'm saying.
They might be there shopping for their MRS degree, and then suddenly they're with the private chef, and it's like, oh man, I got this hot private chef. Like, I shouldn't be complaining. But at the same time,
it's not exactly what you came for.
I'm trying to get a 9-figure remodel.
Right. Yeah.
Well, Miss Minuta said, right now, a lot of us are working our cores or glutes.
Yeah, they got to practice. They got to get in chef shape.
She said, it's like training for a marathon. She and other Hamptons-based chefs sometimes take exercise classes together in the off-season, a part of the camaraderie that's formed among the cooks. Like, they're training like the 300 out there, getting ready for the other army to come in.
It's giving Downton Abbey, too, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're all, the service folks are all hanging out together, taking workout classes together, driving G-Wagons together.
I have to say, it doesn't sound like the worst life.
No, it's also there's a little bit of a Downton Abbey, but there's also like a ski instructor type of thing here, right?
Yeah.
Where like in a way, like your life is pretty good too. You're not worth $1 billion, but you're probably having a lot of fun and hanging out with a bunch of cool people and making good friends.
I did a part-time catering gig one summer to make some extra money. And I wasn't doing a lot, but like we would deliver things to parties that were probably similar to this. And it was always like, this is kind of
$10,000 sausage arrangements.
Probably. It was like, this is kind of nice. I do like being like, it's fun to be somewhere where like people are having a good time and having fun. And I mean, I was the type of caterer who saw how many people were also working the event, was like, well, I don't really need to do much. Like I can just schmooze and walk around with a tray.
Yeah. You were probably like doing like a Smith from Sex and the City type of thing.
I'm not familiar. I was more doing an Adam Scott from that.
From not Party of Five. Party Down. Party Down. Yeah. Also a good catering reference there.
I didn't know I was going to drop that today. I kind of forgot that show existed.
Well, the whole article is also just making me think about the, not to put a downer on one of our favorite topics, but this article calls out the rising number of billionaires in the US. And then I actually just got hit with this Instagram today that's from the Wall Street Journal. The headline here is, they're rich but not famous, and they're suddenly everywhere. And this is just about the number of Americans worth either tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars has boomed in the last few decades, basically thanks to the stock market and the kind of rising valuations of small and mid-sized business. But I mean, this number is pretty crazy. It's like, it's still a very small slice of the country, no doubt, but there are now 430,000 U.S. households worth 30 million or more.
I want to get lumped in there.
74,000 worth 100 million or more.
I want to get lumped in.
So this is going to continue, right? I think we're just going to continue reading more and more and more about these kind of like ultra lavish lifestyles the $100 million renovations and the insane private chefs all summer in the Hamptons. And it's just like the numbers just like get to be like funny money, you know?
It's not real.
You look at like what
money's not real.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Was it ever real? Is it real now?
Is it real now? That's a great question.
Why do we let it dictate so much of our happiness?
But
because we like buying shit.
But yeah, so no surprise to hear that finding a private chef for the Hamptons this summer is going to be a real tough swing.
Well, I have one last quote, and I really enjoyed this one because it just shows that you can have all the money in the world, but you might not have everything. It says, the first day is like walking into an office you've never been in. Do they have pots and pans? How many ovens do they have? This was from someone who does private chef work at least 6 days a week in the summer. And she said, I've gone into kitchens where they don't have a sponge. Like, they'll give you a G-Wagon, but if you got to scrub that pan, you got to head over to the local CVS and pick up a 2-pack.
Yeah. Scotch-Brite.
We got to have 30 million, dude. That's so many people.
Yeah.
Like, we need it.
We
deserve it.
Obviously.
We deserve it. Man, we got a whole smattering now. We can go a million different directions, Barrett.
Yeah, we sure can. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what's on the menu. Let's see. Should we hit Pep Guardiola's?
Yeah, we got to follow up. Pep went from a Champions League. Pep Guardiola, Manchester City coach, talked about him last week's episode. He went from a Champions League game where he was absolutely dressing to then a cup final, the Carabao Cup final against Arsenal, where he somehow followed it up with another fit that people are absolutely loving. Something I don't think that I expressed enough during our last segment about him is how bad this man used to dress. And by used to, I don't mean like years ago. I mean like earlier this season. I truly think that he hired someone.
So he got a stylist.
I think he did. I think he had a stylist. But a lot of the stuff that he was wearing before was stuff that you'd look at and be like, man, that might have been cool 2 years ago, but it's so dead now that like you just look like an old guy.
Yeah.
He was wearing a lot of like really tight cargo pants. He was wearing a lot of Stone Island, but not like the cool Stone Island pieces. It was like you look like you're trying something that's not working.
Yeah.
And now he's coming through in the voluminous trousers.
I will say the other thing that feels a little stylisty to me, maybe it's not even a stylist. It's maybe just like a personal shopper, right? Because while this outfit that we talked about last week was like fun and it's got the Our Legacy flannel, it doesn't. It's good. It's fine. It doesn't really like all go together cohesively. Like that, the super oversized silhouette of the shirt didn't totally match the vibe of like the kind of tapered trouser and boot. You know what I mean?
I get it.
So it's kind of like somebody just like this just got put in his, you know, on his rack of stuff to choose from. And he was like, oh, I like this. I like the colors. I like the plaid. And sure, I'll do the baggy fit. But like he didn't have the full stylist package of somebody putting him in the whole thing to look, you know, all styled. Whereas this one feels a little bit more natural for him.
Well, if you're going to be lifting hardware later, you got to make sure you got all your bases covered.
Right. You know, but everything flows a little bit better with the turtleneck and the tweedy trousers and the brown, you know, the derby boot or whatever he's got going on down there. You know, this works.
It does work.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it does because I hate Manchester City, but overall, yeah, it does work. Ended up being a great game too.
Maybe he'll inspire some other managers to, you know, start putting that shit on.
I'd be okay with it. I do find it funny that like a lot of managers wake up and probably just put on team gear and walk in. And he's waking up now thinking, I got to put something on. Yeah, I got to follow up these fits that I'm throwing. So, do you think he felt the pressure after how viral his first one went?
I think he did.
He was like, man, I gotta do something.
Yeah, he got a little bit of an ego after that. He said, oh shit.
How fun would it be to go to like an award show and then go online later and check out all the takes?
I got a rep to uphold now.
You think Lordy's just doom scrolling, looking at his fits? It's like, dude, they love me. I can wear anything. I can do anything.
There's no way he's scrolling Instagram, right?
He's got a brick.
He's got to be.
He's what?
He's got a brick for sure.
Yeah, you know, he's big time. My guy is bricked up.
I got a brick for a Lordy. Do you see his pink Bottega bag?
Nah.
I don't know if it was a new shot or an old shot, but he just had a bright pink Bottega bag. And I was like, all right.
I freak with it.
I can't pull that off, but I'm glad you can. Good for you, dude. We got to talk France kits before while we're doing our soccer minute. I'll be honest. I love the US kits. I don't have a lot of complaints. I have to say, I'm kind of jealous that France came up with the idea of using Statue of Liberty colors for their away jersey this year.
This whole thing continues to both perplex and mildly enrage me. It's like they have their own separate designer.
I think
Nike.
they do. They have to.
Because why are their kits always 10 times better than everybody else's?
In my head, and this is probably totally wrong.
I know it's France, right? It's the home of all the old-fashioned houses, right?
I'm imagining Emily in Paris French office. They take care of the jerseys. Everyone else worries about their own.
They must, because I just don't understand how they can elevate so, like, Nike is an American company. Why can't they, like, you're right. Ours are good this year, or for this season.
I truly am not going to, I can't complain about ours. We have great ones, especially compared to the World Cup before.
But they still don't rise to this level. They're not this inspired. It's the flag.
Go to the last photo. I mean? Go to the last photo. Like, just the material, the small detail, everything. Like, it's just so tasty.
Like, I want this. I want this shirt. This is a sick, sick shirt.
The only time I've been close to buying any jersey that is an international team outside of the United States.
France.
Yeah. France.
I mean, I love a minty green jersey, you know?
Austin FC boys.
Shouts to Austin FC.
Let's check those standings. Where are we at?
I think you mean the table.
Yeah, let's check the table. But
yeah, it's just
not good.
It's interesting. It's always interesting that they just, like, it's a guarantee basically. Every time a new one rolls out, you know Francis is going to absolutely cook. Are they the favorite?
Let's look. I told you, dude. I don't bet, man. That's not how I'm built.
To bet?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but don't you, but
their third favorite per DraftKings Sportsbook. Spain number 1, England 2, France 3, Brazil just behind them, Argentina just behind Brazil.
Okay. All right.
United States, man. Not looking great for us. We're plus 2,500. Come on. Uruguay's got a better chance than us.
Well, didn't they spank us the last time we played?
Probably, dude.
Yeah.
Probably. We got that home crowd advantage, though.
2,500. That doesn't even sound high enough to me.
We got the home crowd, dude.
I guess that's bet 100 to win 25.
Greece won the Euros as like the biggest outsider. And I think they just did it on corner kicks and vibes.
Yeah.
That was years ago, though. I'm dating myself.
All right, where to next, Will? Want to talk Irish goodbyes?
Sure. Are you an Irish goodbyer?
Yeah, I am. Not always.
Do you feel good about it? Do you feel bad about it? Do you feel nothing about it?
Oh, I don't know what this segment is, but I feel like I have opinions.
I feel like certain situations absolutely dictate an Irish goodbye. And those situations...
Like such as?
Yeah, such as, like... So I think party size absolutely matters.
Mm-hmm.
If it is a very large party, right? I would say more than... I'm going to go more than 40 people.
Okay.
I think an Irish goodbye is expected at that point. You probably exit a conversation that you're in, say goodbye to those people, maybe one or two more people that are right there next to them. I think you find the host to say goodbye, and then you roll.
That's not an Irish goodbye then, in my opinion. Irish goodbye is you don't say goodbye to anyone, you just leave.
So, okay, that's fair. You're right.
I feel like you can think about it that way. I also think that you can think about it and just not saying bye to the hosts.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah, I think and also I'm coming at this from like the ripe old age of 39, where my opportunities to just leave the bar at 1:30 a.m. basically don't exist anymore. right?
Yeah, that situation doesn't exist.
So it's but when I was doing that, like, hell yeah, I'd Irish goodbye. Like, oh shit, like that last drink just went to my head. I'm out.
Oh yeah. There were several.
See ya.
I could have low phone battery and just be like, oh, well, I'm getting an Uber now. Bye.
Yeah. But the way that I think of it more now is basically sneaking out of an event or a party where you don't really like you don't make a show of goodbye. You don't try to go see everybody. You just kind of like make your exit quick and hit what you need to hit. But I think in most situations, again, if a party is huge, like I'm thinking about, the most recent stuff I can. We went to a Christmas party hosted by some friends of friends, and they were kind of co-hosting together. And this party was at a cool house in Zilker here in Austin, and there were 100+ people. The house was packed. Like, when we were ready to leave, we said goodbye to the people that we were standing next to, and we jumped in an Uber.
That's what you got to do.
Like, I'm not, Randy, I think, is maybe pointing out that we said goodbye to somebody, therefore it doesn't count as an Irish goodbye.
I'm looking up just AI overview here. Says the act of leaving a party, a bar, or social gathering without notifying the host or saying goodbye to anyone. So I think the host is the biggest problem, but it's also, continue.
So at a big party, and especially a party where like people are literally partying, getting drunk, imbibing, passing whatever else on trays and.
What type of parties are you going to these days?
Yeah, fuck.
Invite me.
You don't. I don't. In those situations, there's no requirement to say goodbye to the host. Anything that's like in daylight. Under 50 people, I think you should say goodbye to the host if you can.
If it's a couple, are you okay with saying bye to one?
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. If I got to choose one, hey, all right, give blah, blah, blah my best.
Yeah.
We got to head out.
Yeah. No, I think one totally fine.
Can I learn you guys something right now?
Yeah.
The truth is, most Irish people had never heard of the term Irish exit until recently. Traditionally, Irish culture values goodbyes that are warm, friendly, and sincere. What many call a crack, C-R-A-I-C. The lively spirit of social connection can make gatherings feel relaxed and informal rather than ceremonial, and grand goodbyes can feel unnecessary if not slightly uncomfortable. But sometimes that friendly farewell can unravel into a 30-minute chat. If time doesn't allow for this, it is often considered better to slip away rather than appear rushed or insincere in a curt goodbye. This is what Irish Americans have dubbed the Irish exit.
I like this little paragraph from the article here where in other countries, everybody just blames this on somebody else. They just call it, they attribute it to some other culture or country. So in America, the maneuver is known as an Irish exit or an Irish goodbye, but it has existed under different names in other cultures too. In England, it's the French leave.
They're just like, yeah, we hate these guys.
In France, a file à l'anglaise.
Not gonna.
How'd I do that?
You're not gonna.
In Germany, it's attributed to the Polish. In modern slang, it's ghosting or merely ducking out. Some call it unthinkable, others efficient. Is it actually good etiquette?
Well, there's another one that's come up on my feed today.
Okay.
It's taking the rat taxi. Taking the rat taxi is saying is a saying for leaving a party without saying goodbye to those present. I'm going to start taking the rat taxi
Taking
more.
the rat taxi. Okay.
Taking the rat taxi.
De Rattentaxi nemen on Dutch Wikipedia.
Yeah, we're on Dutch Wikipedia.
Well,
my last name's DeFries. I know how to read that stuff.
This must be a big thing that just came back up because I'm looking at a headline here. It says etiquette experts say the Irish goodbye isn't always rude.
I don't think it is.
You know what? To be honest with you, I do. This is why I said I had opinions, because I grew up with the Midwestern goodbye, which I'm sure you know, where my parents were every single family party we were at is you go say goodbye to every single person, thank them for the gift they gave you and all that.
Yeah.
And then like the Midwestern goodbye is an hour-long process of saying goodbye. And that's how I grew up. And I kind of like it. So like when I'd be out at the bars and Dan would just slip away, I'm like, he just left without saying goodbye to anyone. That to me, that always felt rude. Like I always made it a note to, it doesn't matter what size of party. If I'm about to leave somewhere, I'm going to let the host
Midwest
know
in a Midwest goodbye though, there's no peer pressure. A lot of the reason I started Irish goodbying was simply because I didn't want anyone to try to convince me to stay longer for things. Like I don't, if you're leaving a bar, if you're the first one to leave a bar with your friends, then everyone's going to be, oh, they're going to give you shit. And I don't want shit. I want to be able to just go home.
That's another thing too. I'm always usually the last person to show up and the last person to leave. So I'm not usually ducking out early.
I am usually a person who wants to leave earlier than most. So I would say that, I don't know. Yeah. I think it's totally dependent on party size. Like Barrett started prefacing. Like, if you're at a party hosted by people, it's going to be hard to say goodbye to both of them.
Yeah.
If you're at a bar sitting at a picnic table with your buddies and leaving is kind of messed up.
Yeah. I just also like, it's a concern thing too. It's like if someone just disappeared and I was like, oh, where did they just leave and not say goodbye? It's
Rainy
like,
Ripper.
Yeah. So it's just I always found it a pleasant thing to let people know, like, I am exiting. I get it too, because I'd always be the type of person like, oh no, stay for another one. But if you're as firm with your goodbye, it's like whatever. So
that's why I think you got to at least, like, most likely your exit before you leave, you're in conversation with somebody. You got to tell somebody that you're leaving.
Yeah. Someone has to know. Oh, they left.
Yeah, right. Yes.
Oh, where'd Barrett go?
Oh, they just.
Oh, I just talked to him. They had to go.
Yeah,
exactly.
You need someone to be back that has the info.
Also, you can't just like walk off
here's
to
what
get
I'm
a
gonna
drink
do, Randy.
and then just never show up again.
Next time I leave you in a situation, I don't say goodbye to you. I'm going to share my location with you for an hour so that you know that I'm getting home okay.
It's not like that too. But
no, but I'm doing it.
But it's also like, if I had something that I need to ask you or like wanted to give you something before you left and then you just left, like, oh, like, I guess I didn't tell you about it, but it's like, oh, I wanted to tell him like this, but I guess he's just gone. Didn't care about like saying goodbye.
I'm going to start doing it real recklessly. Having coffee with someone. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Wait,
dude,
what?
we had a friend that used to do that in Chicago. It was like, it got to the point where he was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And everyone at the table was like, he's about to just leave, isn't he? And like, we all knew it. And then he would just be gone. And it's like, all right, it's just kind of rude. I don't know but that's just me.
The origin of it to me is still very much like it really was for a long time, that feeling of realizing that you're too drunk and bailing from the bar.
Yeah.
Like that's where the Irish goodbye really, like, you know, came into play for me, is in those, you know, mid to late 20s where you're just like,
I remember the last time I did it.
You're out, people are like, you're with a bunch of friends, but maybe it's a mixed group, you don't know everybody. You're at the bar, you're taking shots, then next thing you know, you're like standing there, suddenly you're not next to anybody and you're like, oh shit, like I should probably go home. And you just leave.
I had karma bite me at an Austin FC game a couple seasons ago where I decided to Irish goodbye everybody that I was with, 3 people. And I was like, I'm not going home with them. I'm just going to go get my Uber. And I told them I was going to the bathroom right before injury time started. We were losing. And I just decided to hightail it out of there before injury time. And as I was leaving the stadium, I heard a loud roar. We scored to tie it up. And then as I got even further from the stadium, barely able to walk, I heard another roar and we won the game. And I was like, well, serves me right. Shouldn't have gotten that drunk. 2, should have left the game early. Absolutely devastating.
Oh, so this was inebriation was playing into this decision.
Yeah, it was the last time. Yeah, it was the last time I was too inebriated to, like, I was just like, I am drunk enough that if I need to wait for an Uber around a bunch of other people, it's going to be the worst process ever. So I'm going to go get the first Uber I can.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I want to choose our next topic.
Okay.
I want to talk nails.
Yeah.
I've never been able to do this before.
Let's talk nails.
I'm really excited to do this. Remember a couple weeks ago when I had a thumb issue?
Yeah.
And I know you guys remember it because I talked about it at every opportunity I had.
It looked cartoonish. It looked like straight up something from Tom and Jerry.
Well, what we decided after I got my thumb drained and got it all taken care of was that it was very likely due to me picking and chewing my nails at a rapid clip, something I've done since I was a small child and something I've never really been able to kick. Knowing how that thumb felt for the week, I never wanted to feel that way again. And so I swore off biting or picking at my nails. Picking is my main issue. Sitting in traffic, you guys pick up your phone to look at Instagram. Yeah. Me, I don't touch my phone when I drive. I just sit there and I just rip at my nails.
I'm with you, Will. I got a problem too. That's mainly why I got this ring. It's a spinny ring, so I'm more fiddling with it than picking my finger.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
It's a good idea. And I mean, if you looked at my car before I stopped, it was like a graveyard of hangnails down there. Disgusting behavior. Gross. Embarrassing even. Well, I've now gone about a month without doing anything to my nails, and it's it's brought up a lot of things in life. Like one, anxiety that I can't do it. I just look at them all the time. I'm like, man, I really just want to go after these things.
You see those whites and you're like, oh, I want to tear that off.
I have whites now. It's crazy. It's crazy over here. The other thing is that I have to maintain them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like maintaining this kind of stuff. I don't even like washing my face. I don't want to do my nails. So Sally decided to cop me a nail kit.
A nail kit.
I'd never owned a nail kit before. Do you guys own nail kits?
No, I still pick my fingernails.
I don't own a nail kit. I feel like I have everything
in the kit.
But I'll say this. I mostly use two things. I use clippers and if I need to, I'll use a file. But I don't like doing my own cuticles.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of like people listening that have done this will know what I'm talking about. But like, you can really injure yourself cutting your own cuticles. Like it
hurts.
It's dicey.
It hurts.
Yeah. And so I don't mess with it.
Well, now that I have this like fancy $36 kit, like I love doing it. I hated it. The first week I was like, this sucks. I don't want to do. Yeah. I don't want to take care of these things.
Well, you have like a new lease on life with this nail thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I also like, I've been so shy about my hands for so long because I do that I find myself doing certain things that like keep my hands out of view.
Okay.
And now that I have these nails, I'm like, I don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, this is great.
Now you're just posing. Now you're just like George Costanza hand model.
Yeah. I'm not scared anymore.
Yeah.
I used to have Sally's hands do stuff on Scary sometimes because I couldn't have my hands be in there. Okay. One comment of like, ew, like I can't handle that. But now like, I don't even know what to do with all these tools, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of tools in this one.
I mean, I'm out here picking, cleaning up, filing. I love it out here. I love this life. I don't want to go to a manicurist, but I might.
You should.
I was told, I did this once. I went to a manicurist and had her completely clean up my disgusting short nails.
Yeah.
And Sally made me do it because she said, no, if you get them cleaned up, you won't have like the damage down there that you hone in on when you're picking your nails and like looking for something.
Yeah.
And she was right. I went about a month without doing it. And then I had something stressful happened. And I just thought to myself and said, I'm picking every nail I got right now.
Yeah. Well, now you're going to run into the issue of like having to cut your nails.
I know. Right? I don't like doing that.
And that's kind of, that's a chore.
I'm also like, now I'm a snob. I can't cut them and not file them.
Right.
It just feels like you have to sand the wood after you.
Yeah. Yeah. But you'll get good at it. You'll get clean with it.
Carpentry reference.
That was nice.
Carpentry. If anyone has any tips out there for not picking your nails for longer than a month, I'm all ears because I need all the help I can get.
You just got to go cold turkey with it.
I had people ask me how I stopped, and unfortunately, getting a severe infection to the point where I thought they were going to cut my thumb off was the way. Yeah, once I couldn't type on my computer because I couldn't hit the space bar with my thumb.
Mm-hmm.
That was an issue.
Yep.
Once I couldn't play golf. That was an issue. And then every time I was like picking up one of my sons and their hand would like hit my thumb and it just hurt. It was like, I can never feel like this ever again.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to not.
Don't they make like some polish or something that you can put on? It's supposed to, no, I guess, no, this is not biting your nails. This is picking at them. Yeah. I don't know. You just got to go cold turkey.
The real pickers know.
Yeah.
That picking is more dangerous than biting because picking you're doing under the radar, not really realizing it. When you bite it, you know what you're doing.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to stop biting, but it's this motion. It's just,
dude.
Oh, so easy.
And like now, like I'm still addicted. Being an addict, like I still now feel it. And I'm like, oh, that feels so good just to rip off right now.
I had some hangnails here. Like, it's like, what am I supposed to do?
I know. And then I had a cuticle the other day. I didn't have my nail kit near me, so I just ripped it out. And I was like, oh man, my wife is going to see this. She's going to yell at me.
All right. You guys are giving me the heebie-jeebies with now that we're into hang cuticles and hang nails. I'm going to move on.
All right, Barrett, we got 10 minutes. What are we doing?
Well, are you doing an OPC today?
Man, I don't know. I have to say.
I'm glad you put this on here because I saw this and this is a they've been kind of running restocks of their main hats.
What did you just do with your browser? You're
just
blowing my mind right now.
I just went split view, baby.
I didn't even know you could do that. This is crazy.
Tab boys know about split view.
Oh man. Yeah. Brother. They make my favorite hat that I own. I love the fit of their hat and the shape of it. But they've put out a burnt orange one with essentially a bento box, like a sushi platter on it. And like, man,
it's pretty sick.
I kind of want it.
Yeah. I bought a brother hat because I just, I'm not immune to the charms of their designs and colors. I did not love the fit for me.
Do you have a big head or small head?
I think pretty medium. I wear like a 7 1/4 fitted. Some like 7 3/8 ish.
I think I'm 7 3/8,
but mostly 7 1/4. I think.
See, it's a little. I think they are a little shallow for some people. Yeah. Was yours shallow?
Yeah. Well, it's the combination of shallow plus the brim was kind of like wide.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it's honestly like I think it might be head shape more than
I get that
size.
I find myself.
I think if you have
going like this a lot, like doing the brim a lot to make sure it's like flush with my head.
Yeah.
But I have a few hats from there. I wear one primarily. It's like the tan one with the badge.
The badge, yeah.
I just really like it. But man, I mean, Barrett, you have more reason to buy this than me with your UT sports allegiance.
Absolutely, this is a sick one. But
you didn't call it what I was calling it. This could have been an on-pod cop drop op.
It wasn't on pod cop.
It didn't drop while we were on the pod, unfortunately. I thought it was going to because I'm not good at time zones. Yeah. It dropped right before we started recording.
It's an on-pod cop drop op. Yeah. That's an OPCDO for those keeping score.
So your 5 cops a year could have been an on-pod drop cop.
No, I'm just saying this is a really good on-pod cop drop op.
It was a good on-pod cop drop op. Yeah. But I have to pass.
I think I'm passing too.
Yeah.
I think if it hit at a different time for me, I might cop, but I think I got to pass.
But good looks on the new brother cap.
Yeah.
What else? You got your nail kit. We got the on-pod cop drop up. Let's hit freak or don't freak. We got time for a little secret
Let's do
talk.
a freak or don't freak.
Yeah.
Before our wish list items. So the reason I put this on the rundown, Barrett, is because the lows are exactly the pattern that we've been seeing on shorts and stuff this year.
The tartan, the plaid.
Like we are so in the 90s alternative rock phase of white boy spring right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I freak.
Did you ever get your Noah watch?
I never ordered one.
Oh. I did. That was, it was a pre-order.
Oh.
Might be coming in the next couple of months. Who knows? I've completely forgotten about it.
It's going to hit when it comes in, though.
It is.
I've never been a Converse person.
So I am. I love a Chuck 70. I own several pairs of Chuck 70s. I like the plaid a lot. And if the plaid had come in a high top instead of the kind of patchwork color block, I would have been hard pressed to skip them because I do think the plaid is really cool. I find low top Chucks difficult to wear in the current age of sock culture, right? Because we're going back to our conversation from last week with the socks. Because they are so low cut in the back, even with true no shows, you're gonna get some reveal. So you're either going with like a taller sock or no socks at all. And I don't, maybe it's because maybe I'm just too short, but like I love the high tops. I love wearing the high tops with pants. The low tops, I just feel like they look weird on me and I can't figure out the sock situation because I feel like I look like a dork with tall socks and low top cons. But I feel like it sort of gives clown if you go no socks and low top cons because they kind of have a little bit of that bulbous toe.
The closest I've been to this is just wearing a pair of Vans Originals with some like socks, and I never felt right wearing high socks with the Vans Originals. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I've figured that out. But I agree that especially because you were wearing white ones, right?
Yeah,
and that's another thing we talked about. The white combo
it's a lot.
hits weird as well.
Yeah.
So but with darker colors on the Vans Authentics, Eras, Originals, whatever you want to call them. Like, I've kind of cracked that nut, I think. But these are cool. I think they're both cool. If you're in need of a new pair of Chucks, I think those are cool options. But I did want to take the opportunity to talk Converse First String, which I believe came out late last year. And this is basically a super premium high-end version of the classic Converse. The Chuck 70 is sort of Converse's ongoing upgrade from like the sort of classic Chuck that you would find if you walked into Journeys or Academy or whatever. And it's got like a better midsole, which is thicker, heavier canvas, better eyelets, like yada, yada, yada. It just looks and fits better. First String takes everything about that and upgrades it even further. So it's like you get this ultra thick midsole with a Vibram outsole. Like they redid the kind of rubberized logo on the side. The eyelets are more flush and like higher end. Everything about this is just super nice and super cool. The biggest thing is that the fit, especially in the toe box, is wider on the Converse First Strings. And anybody that's ever thrown on Chuck 70s knows that the hardest thing about them is that they're not all that comfortable.
Okay.
Because the toe box is pretty narrow. And so if you have like a wide splaying forefoot at all, chances are you're going to get a little bit of pinky rub, especially because they run kind of long. So most people
can't get that pinky rub.
Size half down. Anyway, these are expensive, especially for Chucks. They retail for over $200. But if you're a Converse wearer, I think they're really attractive, and this is the Converse that I've been super tempted by. They just released these 3 new versions this week, and the black leather one is the one that is kind of calling my name, especially because even though I have several pairs of Chucks, I don't have an all black pair, and I love the way they look. They also, speaking of like all the different shoes out there that have referenced Converse over the years, whether it's like the Rick Owens Ramones or the Visvim Skagway, these are sort of like in that zone with like the thicker sole and the heavier materials and the wider fit. And so even though the price is premium, still a quarter of the price of those shoes. So it's a really cool option if you haven't seen
I like the black leather,
the Converse First String, but you've been considering upgrading your Converse.
Here, before we get to wish list, click on that link that I just put in beneath there, because I'm seeing everyone copping these right now. Whole squad on the blue Vans kick right now.
The blue Vans, yeah.
Ethan Glenn of Every Other Thursday we've had on here, he recently posted that he just bought a brand new pair, and I know he's talked about these before, and now I'm seeing other people copping the swag, and I just see more and more people buying this version of the Vans original blue.
Yeah,
and I kind of like it. If this becomes like a trend and people actually are wearing this a lot, I will be very down for that. I kind of want Vans to come back. I haven't bought a new pair in. I looked it up. It's been like 7 years since I bought my last pair of Vans, and I think I'm ready to pull some out this summer.
Vans continues to, like, the Authentics are back. People are buying them again. And they are releasing some of the just the hottest sneaker drops in the game right now. They've been running the studded series. Every colorway of those keeps selling out. They have they did a slip-on with the studs that ended up being like very popular. And they're doing another series that references Chanel bags. Very hot drops. I would say that Vans is arguably the hottest sneaker brand in the game right now.
Barrett.
Yeah.
Big claims.
See if I can find the...
Yeah, I'm looking at the studded right now. I get it.
Yeah, they're pretty sick. I really like, I think I mentioned these a week or two ago, but I really like the duck camo. Huckberry is carrying the duck camo ones as well. Here's the studded boys, which are sick. But I mean, look at this. This is brand new.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm freaking, dude.
They got little
new checkerboard styles. I'm a huge fan of the checkerboard. I've always liked Vans checkerboards.
I've always been gun shy with the checkerboards. I've always wanted a pair of slip-on checkerboards, but
so yeah, Vans definitely a hot buy right now.
Let's do some wish list items.
Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna let you start while I drop my link.
All right. I've got 2 things in here. Neither of which I'm getting. First one's sold out. I'm a little bummed about this. I've been really enjoying my Nordis to the point where I'm probably going to get another pair at some point soon.
Okay.
I didn't even know they were doing apparel with anybody, and once I saw this Alien Throne shirt, I was like, man, I would have definitely bought this high-end T-shirt. I want an Alien Throne T-shirt from my favorite Nordic shoe company.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I don't even know what they're doing to that shirt. Like, they like the stitching and stuff is like it's very confusing, but for some reason I'm into it.
It reminds me of a Japanese repair technique called sashiko a little bit, but it also reminds me of the lichen beanie that we looked at a week or two ago.
Dude, it's giving lichen.
Like it's kind of looking like a fungus.
It's kind of lichen pilled.
It's a little bit lichen pilled. Yeah. People are saying. But yeah, I like the distressing. It feels unique. It feels like they wanted to tap into a little bit of the Satisfy thing, but didn't just want to straight up rip it.
And shouts to them for making it half the price.
And they made it half the price. So I like that. And like
I thought the back was cool too. With like, I thought it was a cool way to display that. It almost looks like it's a marathon shirt.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I ran a marathon at Alien Throne.
What do we know what Alien Throne is? Is this like a
I don't know.
Like a famous rock formation or
Yeah, it's in New Mexico. I just found that out as I Googled it.
All right. Sick.
But actually, I'm not gonna lie. Now that I see what Alien Throne looks like, I want it even more. And now I want to go to Alien Throne.
Okay.
Alien Throne is cool in real life pictures. I've discovered in the last 10 seconds.
We got to do a 5K at Alien Throne.
Listener meetup at Alien Throne.
There we go.
New Mexico's hottest new club, Alien Throne.
Hey, they still got smalls in stock. Maybe I'll swagger jack you.
I know. I was a little bummed that they just had smalls. Would have loved a medium based on the notes that I read about it.
Okay, number 2 for you.
The other thing I have is another thing I'm not going to cop. I just think it's a really cool piece. Is this? I've talked about Thames before, but they have this Baskerville drill top. Randy, you do a lot of drill top at home.
Okay.
If you need to go to the detail, what are you doing?
I don't know.
You're saving files from this website somehow.
I'm trying to expand and enhance. There we go.
Yeah, if you go down to the detail shots, like I think seeing it up close makes it look a lot more like tangible.
Yeah,
but it's cool. I've still yet to
look at that little fabrics. Oh man,
I know, I know, right?
That's unique.
It would feel really good to put on. What is it, like $300? I'm not buying it, but it's cool. $400.
$400, $397.
Yeah, that's why it's on a wish list, not an imminent cop. It's not an on-pod cop drop.
It's not an OPC DO.
Nope.
Chanel, bro, is the description for the top.
Little tweed action, huh?
Yeah. There's something about it that I'm liking though.
I'm not super familiar with Thames.
I've put a couple things on my wish list from them. English company that makes a lot of like really high-end looking stuff with seemingly like not, you're not getting Bottega pricing or Chanel pricing, bro.
Yeah.
But they make cool things. They're almost a little too forward for me to actually pull off, but I really like what they're doing as a brand. Someone's gonna be like, it's pronounced Thames.
No, it's Thames.
They do Thames, or they call it Thames.
So is there a famous book called Something on the Thames or By the Thames?
I just thought that was a river.
Agatha Christie, maybe.
When I was in middle school, I was in the geography.
There's like a phrase I'm trying to think of with Thames in it. With Thames.
I don't know. Well, when I was in middle school in the geography bee, I had just gotten back from London, and they asked me a question about the river that flowed through London, and I said Thames, and there were some parents in the front row that were like, "How the fuck did he get that one?"
All right. Well, you're an enjoyer of scented candles.
Durr.
I found one that I don't think is really our aesthetic, either of us.
Okay.
And yet, one of us needs to try this. One of us needs this sitting in our abode. This is on the website Kith, and it's a Rick Owens scented candle. It's called L'Apparition Scented Candle. It has top notes of lotus, a heart of labdanum.
Labdanum? I could say
labdanum. Thank you.
That's how I've said it in my head.
A base of myrrh, frankincense, and ambergris, which is obviously what the 3 wise men brought to baby Jesus. and a burn time of up to 40 hours. And it looks like the monolith from 2001: A Space Odyssey, basically.
It's really cool packaging.
It's so sick. And it's $260, you know? So not a cheap investment as far as scented candles go. But, you know, if you're messing around with the 3-wick from Loewe or like any of those other kind of, you know, big brawny candles, like, I don't know. I just want this hanging out somewhere in my house.
I get it.
You know,
I get it.
It's more. I want to know what this looks, burns, smells like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm intrigued by this.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I'm currently working through some packaging changes for Sunday Scaries candles, and I'm very excited to release them. But it caused me to go down a very long look at like my favorite vessels that are out there, and this is cool.
Like
kind of looks like a pipe bomb,
sort of, or maybe a thermos.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of looks like a new Yeti model or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you could do something with this after it burns too.
Right?
Oh yeah, like it's a nice little piece to have on the.
Please reuse
on the hearth
your candle vessels if you're out there. Please just reuse them. Please save the earth. You're paying a lot of money for those candle vessels.
Came across this bad boy and just thought it had to be noted on the pod.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah,
that's tight. All right,
that's all I got.
Barrett and I got happy hour to go to attend.
Oh,
we better skedaddle because the parking's probably going to be a nightmare.
Adios.
Bye.